California and the West Coast, known for their stunning natural landscapes and serene oceans, are not exempt from the wrath of Mother Nature. While hurricanes are more commonly associated with the Atlantic and Gulf coasts, these remarkable events have also impacted the western region over the years. In this article, we explore the top 10 worst hurricanes to have hit California and the West Coast, highlighting their destructive impact and lasting legacies. Number 10. Hurricane Marie, 2014. Hurricane Marie, a Category 5 storm, made an unprecedented impact on the West Coast in 2014. Although its center remained offshore, the storm generated powerful swells that wreaked havoc along California's coastlines. Massive waves, reaching up to 30 feet in height, resulted in extensive erosion, coastal flooding, and damage to properties along popular beachfront communities. Number 9. Hurricane Iniki, 1992. Hurricane Iniki, the most powerful hurricane to strike Hawaii during the 20th century, also inflicted significant damage along the West Coast. Although it weakened to a tropical storm by the time it reached California, it still caused major flooding, strong winds, and power outages in coastal communities. Iniki serves as a stark reminder that even distant hurricanes can have substantial effects on the West Coast. Number 8. Hurricane Kathleen, 1976. Hurricane Kathleen remains one of the most impactful storms to make landfall in Southern California. As a Category 2 hurricane, it battered the region with intense winds and heavy rainfall, triggering flash floods, landslides, and widespread damage. Kathleen's destructive path resulted in multiple fatalities and significant property losses, leaving a lasting mark on the local communities. Number 7. Hurricane Dolly, 2008. Although primarily known for affecting the Gulf Coast, Hurricane Dolly also caused considerable damage as it made landfall in Southern California. The storm brought heavy rainfall, leading to severe flooding in numerous coastal towns. Dolly's impact reached all the way to Oregon, exacerbating existing flood conditions and prompting widespread evacuations. Number 6. Hurricane Irma, 2017. While weakening to a tropical storm before reaching the West Coast, Hurricane Irma still generated strong winds and heavy rain that affected California and neighboring states. Intense rainfall led to flash flooding, resulting in washed-out roads, property damage, and the displacement of local residents. Irma's impacts serve as a reminder of the unpredictability and far-reaching effects of hurricanes. Number 5. Hurricane Sandy, 2012. Although primarily associated with devastating the East Coast, Hurricane Sandy's massive size and influence stretched all the way to the West Coast. While weakened, the remnants of Sandy created a convergence of weather systems, resulting in widespread rainfall, strong winds, and coastal erosion. The storm's impacts affected California, Oregon, and Washington, causing disruptions in transportation, power outages, and significant property damage. Number 4. Hurricane Fabio, 2012. Classified as a Category 1 hurricane, Fabio churned within the Pacific Ocean, leading to coastal hazards along the West Coast and Baja California Peninsula. Large swells and strong rip currents posed a threat to beachgoers, and coastal flooding and erosion were reported. Fabio's impacts highlighted the vulnerability of coastal regions and the need for preparedness measures. Number 3. Hurricane Ellen, 1973. Hurricane Ellen made landfall in Baja California, Mexico before battering Southern California as a tropical storm. Its heavy rains and strong winds caused widespread flooding, landslides, and property damage, especially in low-lying areas. Ellen's devastating impact emphasized the need for robust disaster response and mitigation efforts in this region. Number 2. Hurricane Norbert, 2014. Hurricane Norbert, another powerful storm in 2014, triggered widespread rainfall and flooding across Southern California. The storm system resulted in flash floods, mudslides, and strong winds that damaged homes and infrastructure. Norbert's effects were a stark reminder of the immense power hurricanes wield, even thousands of miles away from their original formation. Number 1. Great Galveston Hurricane, 1900. Although not originating in California, the Great Galveston Hurricane still ranks as one of the deadliest hurricanes to impact the West Coast. This Category 4 storm struck the Texas coast, causing massive destruction and resulting in over 6,000 deaths. Its powerful storm surge and ferocious winds reached California, generating significant coastal flooding and damage along the way. In conclusion, while hurricanes striking California and the West Coast may be less common than on the Atlantic or Gulf coasts, the storms on this list remind us of the unpredictable power of nature. With ever-increasing climate change and rising sea levels, understanding past hurricane impacts becomes crucial for coastal communities to prepare and mitigate future disasters. By acknowledging the lessons learned from history, we can work towards a more resilient future on the West Coast. Like the video. Share the video. Did you remember these hurricanes hitting California? Have an extraordinary day.